Hello there, it's Esther the esthetician here with round two for you. Since a few of you mentioned that you missed the first round, and I've decided that I'll go ahead and make one. All right, so I have my notes once again. If you're watching the repeat, thank you so much for tuning in. But if you are looking to reduce stress, transform your skin, and just build your confidence, then today's episode is definitely for you. In addition, I will be sharing tips with you on how to clear acne, acne scar, ingrown hair, and hairs, and all that other good stuff. All right, so stay tuned, hang out with me, and I will be sharing with you just I guess, the reduced version of what I shared earlier. So I did a full class earlier today at about 1:30 p.m. And then I had clients coming in, so I couldn't stay on for too long. But now I am coming back to do a mini training for you, those of you who missed the training earlier. All right. So as if you have any questions, as usual, just post them down below. But I would love to know where, let me get the chat box open because I am on different platforms right now. So if I don't see your message, please know that I'm sorry. Um, so yes, please post down below where you're messaging from, and I say messaging, where you're watching this from, and what your skincare goals are, and what you are hoping that I cover today. That way, it'll give me an idea what I can touch on at least at the end when I do the Q&A. All right. I have a list of questions that I had a few clients ask me throughout DM, text message. I will be going through those questions as well. For example, let me see if I can get that up real quick. So one of the questions was what to use to clear acne. Then we have acne scar treatment removal, best and more tips and tricks. And then we have how to get rid of acne without leaving scars. And what is the fastest way to get rid of acne scars? I get that one a lot. The next one is acne scars. What's the best treatment for it? And then we have what helps remove acne scars. And what's the best treatment for acne scars? So it's about the same family, but I wanted to mention it since I had different people ask the questions. I wanted to be sure that I did touch on that as well. And also how to minimize your chances of developing acne scars. So we will definitely talk about that at the end with the Q&A. Plus, if you stay tuned until the end, I do have some really cool bonuses for you. So hang out with me and ask your questions. I'm here for you. I'm here to support you and help you along your journey. So I'm doing this just to kind of check in and chat with you. So if you have questions, if you see where you are on your journey, and if there's anything that I can help you with. So I will be touching on common pitfalls, common things that a lot of people deal with, and how to fix them yourself. And let's go ahead and get started with today's mini training, I guess you can call it. But it's just like one of my usual episodes, Clear Skin TV episode. I try and do at least one per week. My goal with each and every single one of them is to educate, entertain, and empower you to take action. Don't just sit on the information. Tony Robbins always said, knowledge is potential power. Knowledge is not power until you do something with it. So I will be giving you the knowledge today. It is up to you to actually use what you learn and apply it to your regimen. All right. So let me go ahead and get started. I will check in. Private chat. I will check in periodically here and just kind of see what questions you have. Hi, thank you so much for tuning in. What questions you have that I could answer for you, and you ask, I'm here for you. All right, that's what you need to know. Also, I did create a guide for this mini training. So if you visit luxurylotusspa.com/guide, GUIDE, you should be able to see it there. And it's also at the very bottom of my website. There's like a picture in the footer, the bottom section. If you click on that pretty picture, it should take you to that page to help you sign up so you can get the guide. All right. And I have so many more many more guides coming up. I have been working crazy since the pandemic happened. I feel like this has been, I have worked the hardest during this time than I think I have ever worked in my life, especially with my business. So I have a lot of great things coming up and I'm excited to share them with you. But first, I know you're here to learn, so I am here to educate. So hang out with me and let me get the let me get everything started. But I will be back on at the end just to answer some questions. So post your question down below because I would love to answer them for you. All right. So let's see. All right. So well, you can see both now. I will try and start like this and then probably would switch it up later. But we'll see how that all works out. All right. Um, let's go ahead and all right. Hopefully this works out as intended. All right. So first and foremost, I just want to take a moment to welcome you to the class. Um, So this class here, I created this class because I've been receiving a lot of questions over the years from clients, from potential clients, those who they they've been struggling with their regimen or they've tried everything under the sun and they were happen to be able to get some of the acne under control, but then there's still acne left. There's acne scars. They're dealing with ingrown hair in the chin area. Not pretty, right? When you're trying to be cute and sexy. And then there's the chicken or strawberry skin that a lot of us deal with. And I will share with you actually today why that happens and what you can do to kind of self correct that. Okay. Let's go ahead. I'm just making sure that the everything is showing up correctly because earlier um, that environment that I'm referring to, it's called the I call it the ultimate self-care. So if you visit luxurylotusspa.com forward slash I'm sorry, yeah, forward slash virtual, or you can do the ultimate ultimate self-care selfcare.com. So the ultimate self-care.com will also take you there, where you can learn about what I am working on for the very near future. It is open right now for a limited time because in the future I plan on making it very restricted. It will be, it will not be, the doors will not be open at all times. So I wanted to give you kind of like an introductory opportunity right now. So if you are interested, visit theultimateselfcare.com or visit my website and check out the virtual facial page. And I have some additional information about the future plans for where we are going with this. All right. So, and if, of course, if you have questions, keep them coming. Hi. Thank you so much for tuning in. You are so funny. All right. Let me go ahead and keep on moving forward with our class for today. So, like I said, I understand your struggles. I understand where you are. I do need for you to keep your phone and everything off for a little bit, okay? And just pay attention, learn, and apply what you're learning, because my entire purpose is to just help you reduce stress in your life, because stress will cause you to break out. And then when you breaking out, you start to stress about it and just become this crazy cycle. My goal is to kind of help you out with that. So we are talking about reducing stress, transforming our life and our skin, and also ways to build confidence. So my goal is to help you get clear, smooth, and even skin. All right. So let's keep on moving forward with the class today. So this, like I said earlier, this training is not for everyone. I went over who the training is for, who it is not for. And if you have questions, of course, you can always DM me on Instagram. It's at Luxury Lotus Spa, or you can text. I have the number listed somewhere on here. It's 813-701-4541. I do respond. Remember, I do run a business and I do have a life. So if I don't respond right away, if I do not respond right away, don't hold it against me. Just know that as soon, and I mean as soon as I get an opportunity to, I will be sure to answer your question. Okay. Okay, so let's get back into the fun stuff. All right, so we talked about who the training is for and who it's not for. And of course, if you tried everything, give this a try. All right. Don't give up on this training here, because I have worked really, really hard doing the research, applying what I learned from personal experience, from what my clients were able to get success for. And I put it all together to get this out to you. All right. All right. This is just me saying hi to you and asking you to post your comment down below what you have going on and where you're tuning in from. All right. So at the end of today, like I said, you're gonna learn about your skin type. You're going to have a results-driven regimen. You're going to know how to have a clear mind, how to have a clear skin mindset. And then you're also going to learn health, fitness, tips, tricks, hacks, and all that other good stuff. How you can stop procrastinating and actually get stuff done. We talk about it all. And so I just want you to stay focused. And remember, I will tell you more about the ultimate transformation journey. It's a 7-week journey and it's guided. I will be coming live every week with our private members and just kind of help you throughout the entire process. All right. And so I want to start with the area that I think you will find the most, that will help you out the most right now. All right. So that for me is, how do you change your life? You can change your life. To change your life, be honest with yourself. A lot of times we tell these stories and these craziness, and it, in a way, it holds you back from actually working on the things that you need to work on. So I want you to take a moment and just write down, or make a note to write it down later, is what lies have you been telling yourself over and over? I'm ugly. My skin is jacked up. I have pimples everywhere. Like, whatever lie you've been telling yourself, I want you to write it down. You can write it with a black pen, and then what I want you to do next is to use a red pen and strike through it, and right below that, write in red something that will help you get past that. What do you need to do? What type of person do you need to become to get past those lies that you've been telling yourself? And a lot of time we tell ourselves these lies for so many years that it becomes a part of us. Sorry, I need to take a sip of water. It becomes a part of us, and we just mingle, and it's all bunched up in there. So I want you to keep an open mind throughout the entire training today. A closed mind, it's not going to allow you to learn and actually apply. You're just going to be like, I don't know about this, or I've done this already. When in reality, you might have started, but you weren't consistent, or we'll get into that later as well. So have an open mind. Also, we're going to touch a little bit on mindset today, ways to turn your mindset, the kind of mindset that you need for success. So, for example, my mindset is every single day when I wake up, I do my gratitude, I do a little bit of stretching, and I would make my bed, put a book on my pillow, and then put a notebook, because at the end of the day, I like to jot down notes of what I did, what I didn't do, what I plan on doing the next day. So I'll do that, and that's been very helpful. So my mindset in the morning is just to be at peace and just have time for myself before I do anything else. So before I hop on social media, before I get out of do anything else, I make sure that I have these routines, these rituals that I follow, and I follow them because they actually help me, and it's so silly, because at first I used to think that doing this is going to take away time, but it's given me so much more time that it's kind of silly that I even thought that was the case. So be mindful of what you're thinking, what you're saying to yourself. You want to be careful that you're not. So this is something that I learned years ago at a conference. So the guy, he was part of the American Ninja Warrior. I wish I remember his name. I feel like it was something Joe. I don't know. If I can think of his name, I will be sure to share it. But he was on American Ninja Warrior, and he had some kind of accident that kept him from being able to perform the way he wanted to. So then, because of that, he went into kind of like the dark place where he was like, oh, I'm this, I'm that. And he just kind of like self-doubt just started to kick in. So his entire thing is, he said, whenever that happens, he stops whatever he's doing. I still remember it word for it to this day, because I was like, oh, that's freaking awesome. He stops whatever he's doing, and he makes the ugliest face he can possibly make. Just something to break your thought pattern. And he's like, hold up. That is, of course, he said the actual word, but I know some of you don't like cursing, so I'm modifying it. But that ish is whack, because, and then he'll fill in the blank of what it is that he has accomplished in the past when he thought he couldn't have accomplished it, and how he accomplished it. So it'll be like, hold up, that ish is whack. I exercise 30, like if your thing was exercising, I exercise 30 minutes before, blah, blah, blah. So whatever it is, you're replacing that negative vibe with something new, something that's going to serve you better. All right. So let's keep on moving forward. All right. So changing your mindset to achieve your goals is the same thing I was telling you a few minutes ago, is just change, reprogram. Okay, this is one of my favorite ones. So I heard this saying a long time ago, that your mind is like a supercomputer, and you can reprogram it to the way you want it to be. And then the most recent one that I learned that I think is freaking gold is your mind is like your underwear and that you should change it often. But I thought it was gold. You might not think so, but I thought it was. But just have to, like, you actually have to intentionally work on changing your mind, doing things differently. You can't just assume that, oh, everything's going to be just fine, blah blah blah. You actually have to put in the work, and it's not easy, but it can be done. And so I'm here to I'm here today just to kind of just to show you that what is possible. So there's like so much that you can do, so much that you have the potential to do, but it's just that you oftentimes hold yourself back, and it's keeping you from getting the things that you actually want in life. So I am here to help you with that today. All right. All right. So that was my assistant sending me a message. I will get back to that in very few minutes. In a few minutes. I said very few minutes. All right. So let's go ahead and keep on moving. So remember to observe what you are doing. Don't judge yourself. Don't be down on yourself. Don't be negative towards yourself. Don't talk to yourself like you some piece of nothing on the side of the road. You want to have like that conversation like, I'm that ish. I'm the bomb.com. So you want to have those conversations with yourself regularly. Like, my skin is gorgeous. My skin is flawless. My skin is this. I'm that. And I'm a big fan of this because I strongly believe this has helped me over the years. Is you don't want to be that person that that your confidence relies on something. Okay, I'll say that later. Your confidence is like, I don't know. You don't want your confidence to rely on something. So for me, I'm using myself as an example, right? So you know that I shared this with you already, that I went through the double mastectomy surgery and had everything removed. Now, if my confidence was based on my boobs, how the size of them, then I would be like kind of like down and like just not really feeling myself. But for me, that has never been what I worked on. I always worked on my mindset. Like from the very beginning, that was the thing that I worked on. I wanted my mind to be right. I wanted just like I was just in a different headspace, to be honest with you, back then, and I still am in a different headspace. So I still work on my mindset. I still work on the things that I'm doing. But if I didn't do the work that I did before, I would be in a world of hurt right now. Having gone through everything that I've gone through in my life and being where I am right now, and my energy still the same. Like, I'm not like sad and depressed all the time, because I was actually having a conversation with a nurse recently, and she was telling me that they have so many people who like went through what I went through, and they're just in a different mind space like than I am. So, and I didn't really think about it because it was just natural for me, but apparently it wasn't natural for everyone else. So yeah, so she was like, "Oh, you should start a blog and share like what your journey, so that people would maybe inspire, like it would inspire them and all that stuff." But she's like, "I know you have a lot going on. I know you have a lot on your plate." But anyways, let me get back into the training here for you. There you go. All right. So develop a positive mindset. Have positive chats with yourself. The first thing, this is how mine started. My journey started like this. The first thing I used to do in the morning when I needed to work on myself is I would look in a mirror, and always, every morning I did this for a little while until it became second nature. I would look for 10 things I love about myself. It could be that I love the way my left eyebrow was orange and whatever. It could be something silly like I love my smile. I love this. I love that. Like it's a tiny, like a little thing, but it's just something that you love about yourself. Okay. In addition to that, what I do, I shared this with a couple of my friends. When we take pictures together, a lot of the time I hear my friends saying, "Oh, I don't like that picture. I don't look so good in that picture." I was like, I don't know about that struggle. Because for me personally, if I am in a picture, I think it is a bomb picture. I'm like, oh, I look so good. Because I created this habit of always looking for 10 things that I love about myself. Anytime I look at a picture of myself, anytime I see in the mirror, I look for 10 things I absolutely love and adore about myself before I find one. Usually you get to like 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, going towards 10, you're like, okay, I'm good. And you don't tell yourself those negative things. It actually does work. It may not seem like it may not sound like it works, but it actually does work. All right. Um, so that's just something that you can think about. Just checking the comments real quick. Checking the chat, make sure no one has any questions. I'll answer it as I go along. If I don't get a chance to answer right now, just know that I will answer it after I finish with this today. All right. So let's jump right back in. All righty. Okay, I see. Okay, I'll get that. I'll get to that in a little bit for you. Thank you for sharing, though. All right. So the question I was asking here was, what is your productive state of mind? What do you need to do to be in a state of mind where you are actually productive? You're doing something. You're not just, you know what I mean? So, but we'll dig deeper into that in a little bit. All right. Based on the facts, so this is what I want you to do for me. I want you to write this down in your notebook, right? So for the next few days, I want you to make make this your daily for the next 7 days. When you first wake up in the morning, tell yourself 10 things you love about yourself. And then also anytime you look at yourself in the mirror, anytime you take a picture of yourself, before you criticize one thing about yourself, I want you to compliment yourself with 10. Give yourself 10 compliments, it's not that many. And if you cannot think of 10 things, it just tells you that there's work to be done, because I'm certain that there's more than 10 things that you can love about yourself. All right. So first set was about mindset. Now we are going to start talking about building confidence and just building a life that, oh, I am so sorry. I just realized that I was showing you my pretty face and not the presentation. All right, there we go. Thank you for that comment. So for those of you that asked me to go back, I think we were somewhere. Uh-oh. So, yeah. All right, so I'll just flip through this. We're getting back there. So the next thing we are going to work on is building your confidence. And honestly, I feel that it lines up with your mindset, because when you're working on your mindset, right, you are saying to yourself, like you're just saying nice things to yourself, because you just remember you have other people in the world that think you can't that think you can't do anything, that think you can't do this, do that, but that shouldn't matter that much to you, honestly, right? So what I want you to remember instead is, make sure we're on the right one. What I want you to remember instead is, the world will always have something negative to say about you. It is up to you to have positive things to say about yourself. So change what you say to yourself, how you say it to yourself, and pay attention to what you're thinking about. Pay attention to what you are consuming, the type of content you're consuming, because maybe, just maybe, you might need to perhaps change things up a little, Okay. All right. Thank you for that. All right. Very funny. All right. So next one is confidence. So how do you build your confidence? So for me, it started with my mindset. It started with me actually, we'll have to go take a step back. It started with the desire to change it because I was in a headspace where I questioned everything I did. I questioned or I doubted myself. I doubted every little thing. And I had to come to a place where I'm like, this is not right. This is not. So then once I hit that point in life, then it was just like, okay, so I know this is not right. So what do I need to do to change it? Back then, I literally went down this rabbit hole of videos. I would watch videos on how to build my confidence, how to change my mind, like just work on my mind. That's actually how I found out about Tony Robbins, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I what was the other one? Think and Grow Rich, and As a Man Thinketh. Like there's other books that kind of I've read or gone through. Yeah, I read over the years that has helped, but it doesn't do you. Okay, thank you. It doesn't do you any justice for you to. Okay, it doesn't do you any justice for you to hold. Sorry, my assistant was messaging me. And it's distracted me a little bit. Let me get back to here. So working on your confidence is for me, it started with working on my mind. So my entire focus was building my mind to be stronger. And as I was saying earlier, if I was more focused on my like a body part, like I was trying to love a body part or a certain thing. What if something happens? You don't know what can happen. Like you could just walk out and whatever body part that you wanted to love on, let's say you have great legs and you're like, oh, I love my legs. I love my legs. So if something happens to your legs, what happened then? That's why the work has to start from within. Otherwise, you're at the same place. Okay. So you build your confidence by working on your mind, by telling yourself, by speaking to yourself nicely. Say nice things to yourself. So the things that you would want someone to say to you, you should be able to say it to yourself. Because if you cannot say it to yourself, how can you expect someone else to say it to you? All right. Um, so, I go into more details on a lot of these in the book. But I just wanted to kind of give you a rundown of a little bit of it right now. So let me see. I wanted to cover the main thing. So, okay, so the next thing I wanted to cover is health, fitness, and how you can be happy right now. All right. So the way that starts is actually taking the time to get to know yourself, start liking yourself, start trusting yourself, start believing in yourself. Now, I will tell you that it sounds so much easier than it actually is. I have been working on that for years, and it's an ongoing work for me. And I know it's an ongoing work for others because it's so easy for our mind to just slip up and be like, just start going down this rabbit hole. So we just, okay, thank you. We just have to kind of work on everything. So my health and fitness. So this is something I'm sharing because I learned that from my oncologist, and I've been sharing it with everybody ever since it was brought up to me. Well, a few things. So your body. So if you're collecting a lot of fat. So for me, I think I shared this with you. I worked 10 years with the county. Thank you. I worked 10 years with the county, and after I finished working with the county, after I finished, I started my business, right? And I was so deep into my business. I was so deep into like being involved in school. I did not set aside time for exercise. And in fact, it's embarrassing to say this, but I will share it with you. I literally had 2 gym memberships. Yeah. In one of the gym, like they have locations everywhere, and then the other one just had one location, like literally directly across from where I work. So I could, from the salon, so I could have literally went over across the street to exercise. But yeah, I never made time to it because I didn't prioritize my health. I prioritized my business, growing my business, being involved, and all that stuff. So when the news came, and one of the nurses was telling me that part of what happens, she's one of the research nurses, is that your body collects a lot of if your body's collecting a lot of fat around your midsection, it's creating kind of like a safe space. Don't know if there's any scientific reasoning behind it or backing behind it, but since it made sense to me, I'm sharing it with you. So hopefully it inspires you to take action now and not wait like I did. All right. So she was saying that when you have a lot of fat around your midsection, then you start to, how did she put it? Like your body just feel like, or if for cancer, for example, it just creates kind of like a safe place for the cancer to kind of multiply and grow up and live its best life when it should not be living its best life. All right. So she always encouraged that walk at least 20 minutes, walk at least 20 minutes per day, every day. So every day consistently, I walk at least 20 minutes. Also, she talked about, what is it? Making sure that I'm drinking at least 90 ounces of water per day. So the main thing is you're supposed to take your weight, divide it in half, and turn that number into ounces, and that gives you an idea of about how much water you should be consuming. Excuse me. About how much water you should be consuming on a regular basis. So the other thing that I do is I will, like, I meal prep. So I have one day per week where I prep my meals. I prepare what I want to eat for the week, right? I will meal prep, put it in a container, and then every day of the week when I need the food to eat, I will just place it in my plate and I'll go on and I'll eat it that way. But if I don't do that, I find myself eating out. I find myself eating things that I have no business eating. And if I have to cook the food the day of to eat it, unless it's pasta, if I have to cook the food the day of to eat it, then it's just, I did get discouraged and I just don't do it. So, getting a little thirsty. All right. So yes, next thing we want to talk about is building friendships that last and how you can, I guess, different ways to make friends. We'll talk about that actually later on. Let me go ahead and, I'm running out of time. That's why. So your love life, this all goes into like building better relationship. That section I was just telling you about earlier. It talks about building better relationship with yourself before you can build a relationship with someone else. Tony Robbins always said this, like, who do you need to become to get the person that you want for yourself? So who do you need to transform into? Who do you need to be? So maybe you are a little bit of a witch. I didn't want to say the B word, so I said the witch. Unless maybe you're maybe you're a little bit of a, so who do you need to change into for you to have that relationship or that person that you're going for? So maybe you need to be a better communicator. If you're not great at communicating, there's ways to improve that. Maybe you are too much of a doom and gloom. There are ways to fix that. Maybe you are, I don't know, whatever it is that where you are now. So first, this is how you do it. You work backwards. You decide what kind, your spouse. So I suggest it to everybody, like when they first get out of a relationship before they get into the next one. I always suggest this to them. The first thing that I suggest is, where do you, so you just out the relationship, where are you trying to be? So that was my mindset for everything. So I'm going to go back a little bit. When the doctor first told me that I had breast cancer, the first thing, like literally, that came to my mind, and this goes back because I was already working on my mindset, building myself up. The first thing that came to mind is, where do you want to be, Esther, after all of this is over? Because in my mind, I made up my mind that cancer was not going to be the end of it for me. And I needed to figure out where I want my business to be, where I want to be. And that way it gave me a roadmap of things that I could work on to help me get that goal that I was going for. Okay. So yeah, what do you need to be? So once you figure out what your goals are, what you're trying to achieve, then so you have your goals, then you can kind of work your way backwards. So you want a spouse that makes X, if that is your goal. You want a spouse that makes X amount of money, or that's living a certain lifestyle. Now, if your lifestyle is not currently matching their lifestyle, that's that unequally yoked situation happening. They talk about that in the Bible. But if, let's say, you want, oh, I want somebody that's fit, that has abs, that works out a lot, and you're more like, I'm a couch potato. When you get together, the person is going to want to exercise to keep that physique, like keep that look going, and you're just doing what's comfortable for you is like being a couch potato. Then there's going to be like some friction there, right? So who do you need to become? I'm not telling you to go be someone else, because we are all born to be unique. We are all born to be different. We're all born to be ourselves. So I don't want you to die as a copy of someone else. Okay, that is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is to figure out where you are, what you're trying to achieve, and what you need to do to get to that end goal. Okay. So the other thing that we want to talk about is communicate with the people around you and with yourself. I'm not. I know some people say, "Oh, you want me to talk to myself?" No, I don't want you to talk to yourself. I just want you to communicate with yourself. So by that, what I mean is have a conversation with yourself. So you maybe the conversation. Actually, I like to write things down. So my conversations with myself, I always jot them down in a notebook, and that way I have them to refer back to. I would literally list like everything that I want to achieve, when I want to achieve it. So for me, like I have a few goals lined up. So one of them I'll share with you is I want a tiny home, because I find them to be so freaking adorable. But I want like a big behind yard and all that stuff. So I'm like, what do I need to do? Where do I need to start? What kind of research do I need to do? Because I know that not you can't just plop your tiny home on any property. You have to get approval. So it's like things that you have to do ahead of time to get you to where you're trying to go to. All right, so so these are 7 things that you can do that kind of help build you up, like give you something to do. One of them I would always suggest is to find a hobby, or create a hobby if you need to. For me, my hobby is I love art. I love sketching. I love anything art related. So I would literally watch a video of someone sketching, and then I would practice it as well. So I'll do that. Or my favorite one is if I'm sitting by the water and I'm doing that, that's just heaven for me. So just find things to do. You can volunteer. You can learn a new language. You can register for my course. I'll share the link with you at the end. But there are so many things that you can do to help you get to where you're trying to get to. All right. So make sure that you take care of yourself. So let me talk about that. How do you take care of yourself? You take care of yourself by creating rituals, by creating systems that are simple and easy to follow, that's not complicated. For me personally, if something is too complicated, I'm not doing it. Okay? So let's simplify that process so that you can actually stick with it. Okay? So part of self-care for me includes taking care of my hair. And I take care of my hair by deep conditioning weekly. I wash my hair and whatever I need to do. I have 1 day per week where I kind of like set things, like do most of the work. So my hair care, me time, self-care day for me personally, it's Sunday. So Sundays, I would do my facial. I would do a little bit of dry brushing, which we'll talk about in the future. Dry brushing is just a soft bristled brush that you can get, and you're doing, I hope you can see me. Let me make sure you can see what I'm doing. All right. So you get the brush and you're doing little circles like this, and you would do that on your legs, you do it on your arm, and what that's doing is just exfoliating the dead skin cells. All right. And so in addition to that, so I take care of my hair, I take care of my body. This is when you can take care of your nails. You can do like a mini manicure for yourself. I used to be a nail, well, technically speaking, I'm still a nail tech, but I don't like that's just not my area of expertise. That's not something I enjoy. That's not something I love. So I don't practice nails, but I still have the knowledge. So let me share some of those tips with you. So for your nail care, you want to be sure that you are, so you can soak your nails in some water. And if you get the book, I have like videos that kind of walk you through how to do this, like my self-care day, like everything that I do, when I do it, why I do it, how I do it. All of that will be there for you. But so you soak your nails with a little bit like warm water and maybe a little bit of soap. That you can push back your cuticles a little bit to help get some of it. All right, I'm back. All right, so what you need to do is figure out firstly what your, give me a second. There we go. So you need to figure out what your skin type is. Are you more dry? Are you more oily? Do you have more more of a combination skin? Once you figure that out, then you can decide to do something else. All right. So this is how you figure it out. I know I was trying to do that on purpose. This is how you figure it out. You cleanse your skin. So you get your favorite cleanser, right? You wash your face with it. You rinse it. You wash your face again and you rinse it. And now you have to wait for about 20 to 25 minutes. During this time, you don't want to put any product on. You don't want to put any product on your skin, no oils, no butters, no nothing. Just let your skin be. And then in about 20 to 25 minutes, you go check in the mirror. So for me personally, I'm typically extremely dry in this area. And I have more like the sheen and normal skin happening in the other. But this is like really dry. So I know this. So sometimes I have to do, when I do my weekly mask, I have to do 2 different masks. I'll do a hydrating one here. And if I'm breaking out or something, or if I'm trying to exfoliate, I'll do my enzyme mask up in here. Okay. Okay, I'll answer that in a little. Okay. So to build a regimen, I'm going to move forward just a little bit. To build a regimen, you need to, first of all, Okay, little bit of a technical difficulty here. All right, so to build your regimen, you need a cleanser, you need a moisturizer, always. So you want to cleanse your skin twice a day, morning and night. You do it in the morning because at night you are shedding dead skin, and you want to get rid of some of that the dead skin, the product. Maybe you had like body butters on. You want to get that off of your skin from, because all that gets deposited on your pillowcase. That's why I always encourage to my clients, change your pillowcase at least once a week, wash your pillow at least every 6 months, clean your cell phone case because they hold so much bacteria and dirt and all that other stuff, but yet we plop them up to our face. So keep those nice and clean. In addition to that, another thing you can do is, let me see here. Into that, so you want to cleanse. You cleanse in the morning because you want a fresh start, and you do it again at night because you want to wash away the day. Throughout the day, you come into contact with so many different people. Not everybody's clean. Not everybody washed their hands, but everyone seems to want to touch everything, and then you're coming in after them. You grab the door handle, or you grab something, and you're picking this stuff up, and then you're touching your face, and it's just a mess. So a lot of time, that's how we have bacteria on our skin. There we go. Oh, that a lot of time we get bacteria buildup and all that stuff that causes the breakout, and then we start to stress on top of that because we're seeing a breakout. And stress alone bring about these crazy breakouts that are just hard to get rid of. So okay, so your regimen, you should have a cleanser, a gentle cleanser. You need I prefer, so a lot of my clients are acne prone, and they're also trying to get rid of acne scars. So you need a clay enzyme base, so a clay base enzyme mask. Clay helps to draw out all the impurities, and then enzyme just work like little Pac-Mans that go around and get rid of the dead skin. So you need a clay mask and an enzyme. Well, clay with it. I prefer 2-in-1 when I do that. So the way I do it is I will cleanse, I exfoliate, then I will tone, because I'm not a fan of using a toner and a scrub daily. I use my toner and my scrub one time per week. So after you finish your cleanse, you exfoliate, you can do your toner then you can do your mask. After you remove your mask, you can do your moisturizer, or you can tone after the scrub and after the mask. After you remove them both, you can still do it. I do have this guide that I just finished making last night. I will be sharing on Instagram at Luxury Lotus Spa, by the way. I'll be sharing on Instagram later on today, so you can check there and you can take a screenshot of it. And then to Sunday, when I send the email out to my clients, I will insert the full infographic so then they can have it printed out, put it in their bathroom on the wall. So then when they're doing their weekly regimen, they'll have that to kind of help guide them through the process. Because I want to make everything simple and easy for you. All right. So that's after you finish, you exfoliate, you do your mask, you tone, you can apply your moisturizer then. If you are, I prefer to do this routine in the evening versus in the morning. So I do it in the evening when I know that I don't have to go back outside for anything. I'll be inside. So during the daytime, so in the morning, I would just cleanse my skin with my cleanser, and I would apply my moisturizer. I love to mix my moisturizer in with my sunscreen, because when you mix the moisturizer in with your sunscreen, it just makes the sunscreen just kind of go on a lot easier and more smoothly. And what I also like to do is I leave the sunscreen on give the sunscreen time to actually absorb into the skin. Because a lot of time we just put the sunscreen on and then we just start putting makeup and other stuff, and it just create this cakey, this not cute kind of look. So give them, so what I say is after you cleanse and moisture, and also let me go back a little. When you apply your moisturizer, you want to be sure that your skin is not dry, that you still have some kind of moisture happening on your skin. So I still usually have some kind of water because I just do like a little, I pat my skin dry if I do. Otherwise, I just let the water do its thing. But then I'll mix my moisturizer with the sunscreen and I would apply it everywhere. And then in the evening, when I'm going to bed, I would do just the moisturizer. Or if I'm doing my retinol, then I would do my moisturizer and I would mix it in with the retinol. So that way I don't have to add in an extra step. The retinol is more like a treatment or like a serum. And with retinol, you don't want to use that every day. You want to use retinol once every 3. So you want to use a retinol once every 3 days, like 1 to 3 days per week. So you don't want to do too much because you want to give the skin time to kind of do its work. So if you did the retinol Monday, you would skip Tuesday. If you did it Tuesday, you skip Wednesday. So I always do every other day, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or I could do Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So something like that. Always skip a day in between. Okay, so that's that. So that's your weekly routine, but every single day without fail, you should be cleansing and moisturizing your skin twice a day, morning and at night. And when you cleanse, it's best that you cleanse 2 times. You cleanse the first time. Because you want to get as much of the stuff that your skin might have picked up throughout the day or at night. And then you do it the second time to make sure everything's properly clean. And when you cleanse your skin, you want to always do circular motions. Okay, and you do circular motion because you have these little tiny vellus hair on your skin, and you want to be sure you're cleaning up all around it. So I like to do one direction and then go back the other direction just to make sure I have a nice and good cleanse. So in your 20s, you want to focus more on prevention. In your 30s, your main focus should be just kind of like surveillance, just watching to see what's going on. In your 40s, this is when the struggle begins. And then in your 50s, that's when a lot of time we're working with having to do a lot of correction. However, if you are being consistent, you're taking care of your skin regularly, that's typically not a problem. Or if you do come across some problems as you get older, if you are consistent, then the problems or whatever it is, it's a lot easier to fix versus if you ignore your skin 20s and your 30s and your 40s, and then you get to your 50s and like, yeah, I want like flawless skin like yesterday. Yeah, that's going to cost you so much money versus if you're taking care of your skin now. So you can kind of focus on maintenance there. I have to drink water. I know I'd be going at like 1,000 miles per hour sometimes. All right, so you want to protect yourself from the sun. So you know about UVA and UVB sun rays. UVA is what ages your skin, and UVB is what causes the sunburn, right? So you want to protect yourself against both. Just because you have brown skin, honey, doesn't mean that you don't need sunscreen. I know that because I know from personal experience in the past, sunscreen used to give us like this little, I call it the gray or the ashy kind of cast or the deadly kind of cast, like you look like a dead person. But so much has happened over the years. Things are better and we have more options to choose from. So I prefer a lightweight sunscreen that has both UVA and UVB sun rays. So sun ray protection, not sun ray. Anyways, UVA and UVB protection. And a good thing I'm glad that came out. Even if you are planning to be on an airplane, you're planning to be indoors, you're not planning to go outside, you should still wear sunscreen. Because if you go to, what do you call it? I can't even think of it. Like, let's say you're going outside, you live in a house, you're going outside, like you say, I'm not going outside for anything, but you do decide to go outside to check the mail because you don't think about it, but you still don't have sunscreen on. While you're going to the mail, the neighbor who haven't seen you in a while is like, Hey Esther, how you doing? And then you say, oh boy. So you know it's gonna be a long conversation. So then you end up being out there for 30, 40, 50 minutes talking to this neighbor. And then meanwhile you have no sunscreen on, your skin not protected. And when you are trying to heal acne scars, honey, sunscreen is a must. Because otherwise the sun is doing this and you're trying to clear it up. You're just gonna be stuck where you are right now. So here are some tips. Like I said, protect your skin from the sun. Use skin-friendly soaps, don't cleansers. Don't use things that will clog your pores. While you're taking a shower, it's best. Like I love to do so for me, when I do my skincare routine, if I can skip a step, sign me up. So for me, I do my cleanser. When I do my cleanser routine, I do it in a shower. And then when I come out, let me go back a little. So my daily routine, as I'm taking a shower, I do my face washing. I wash my face, right? But then if I'm doing my weekly routine, yes, I wash my face while I'm taking a shower, washing my hair. But while the deep conditioner is in my hair, I have my mask on, right? So I have my enzyme mask on. It's working its magic. And then when it's time for me to remove the conditioner from my hair, that's also the time that I remove the mask from my face, the face mask, because then that saves me a step, it eliminates a step, and it allows me to be able to get results, right? Without having to inconvenience myself too much. So I think that's what it's called. The book Atomic Habit talks about this. It's called stacking up your daily habit. So whatever it is that you're going to work on, if it's a way to work them in together. I love listening to music and I know I need to exercise. So what I find myself doing a lot of time is whenever I go for my daily exercise routine, I like to go to like I like to listen to music. So I'll do like an entire album. I'll play an entire album because the only way I can listen to an entire album, which usually they're fairly long, listen to an entire album or watch a movie or a TV show is I have to be walking. So while I'm walking on the track, I'll have my little device. I'm listening to music, watching something, and that way it's like I'm rewarding myself. It's like an instant reward. I'm rewarding myself for that, for my actions. All right, and keep your skin hydrated. That's when you have to do the moisturizer every day. I get a lot of people that said that, oh, I can't put a moisturizer on. It makes my skin feel so oily. But in reality, your skin, you're likely using the wrong moisturizer for your skin, and that's why you're having that problem. But if you take a step back and do what I suggested earlier, where you cleanse your skin, remove, cleanse again, let your skin sit for about 20 to 25 minutes without any product on it. When you go back to look in the mirror, a lot of us, we have more of a dryness in this area. And if you are more oily or oil, yeah, if you have more sebum production, like in this area, you'll be able to tell, or wherever. All right. So body care tips. Make sure that you're drinking enough water. You're eating healthy and balanced meal. It's okay to do a little bit of something here and there where you're getting a little out of control and you're just eating whatever, whenever. But you want to be sure that you create balance. So for me, if I eat a crappy meal, I call it crappy because I know that's what it is. So if I eat junk food right now, my next meal, I make sure it's something really healthy. But I always pair my junk food with water. So I won't do junk food and soda at the same time. In my mind, that's just a little way to create a little bit of balance. All right. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. If you do smoke, try to stop. I don't smoke, so I can't even tell you any real tips in that area. There are people out there that can help you, but I am not the one to help you with that. All right, tips to maintain beautiful skin is to make sure you're washing morning and night. You moisturize daily. Don't skip your moisturizer. And also never go to sleep with makeup on under any circumstances. So make sure that you are you create a regimen that's simple and easy to follow, and you follow it regularly, and you're consistent with that regimen. Okay. There are a lot of great ingredients out there that you can use, and there are a lot of great treatments that you can go for. The only thing that I have to say with that is, if you, what was I going to say? If you are the type of person that wants to try the next best thing, the next greatest thing, you want to make sure that you are actually taking into consideration the fact that not everything was created equal. And if you are you have brown skin like myself, you want to be careful with the type of treatments that you do, because some of it can end up causing you more problems. Because I have clients driving to me right now. I have one driving to me 2.5 hours. She drives here to get a facial because she went somewhere and had the micro needling done, and it really messed up her skin. It's like her skin was like the color of the shirt, like wherever they did the treatment, and then the rest of her body was just, yeah. So we worked together, we got that under control, but at the same time there are ways to avoid it. So I just want to help you kind of avoid all of that. Okay. So I want to invite you, right? If you are thinking about how can I get started on my regimen? How can I build a simple and easy to follow regimen? I have designed a system, a program that has worked. The only thing I cannot do for you is force you to be consistent. Like they say, you can take the horse to the water, but you can't force the horse to drink the water, right? So I say that to say this. I know I can help you get the results you want. However, you have work to do as well. You are the one. My old instructor used to say this: 1 to 59. You see your esthetician or your skincare specialist one time per month, yet you have 59 other opportunities for you to take care of your skin yourself. All right. So meaning that, so it's 30 days in a month. If you're cleansing and moisturizing twice a day, that comes out to the 60. But if you're seeing an esthetician one, you have 59 chances for you to take care of your skin yourself. And I always tell my clients that it's just like your dentist. You go to the dentist, you get that nice deep clean. Do you stop brushing your teeth? Your teeth? Do you stop brushing? Okay, let me respond to that in a little bit. Do you stop brushing your teeth? Do you like after you go to the dentist? I hope not, because then you probably won't have a job. You won't have any friends because your breath would be like, right? So you still, even after you see your dentist, you still continue to brush your teeth. And even after the dentist help you get whatever results that they're working on, you still have to keep brushing your teeth. Because I get people that ask me that, oh, well, once I get the results, do I still have to like cleanse my skin? Okay, so if you get abs and you stop exercising, you stop eating healthy, what happens, right? You get all the flab back, and now you have to work at it again, start from the start, and have to build up that way. And we don't want that. Okay. Thank you. All right. So what I am inviting you in to do is visit the link right somewhere here. I can't even do it right. Right below here somewhere. There you go, right there. It's Luxury Lotus Spa. It's theultimateselfcare.com or luxurylotusspa.com, and click on the virtual facial where you can learn more. I offer live classes kind of like this, but it's more of a party. This is like me just sharing information with you. But the other class is more like we go really deep into it, and we're learning together, we're growing together, and just you have like amazing energy in the room. So I'm doing the facial myself, you're doing your facial, and you can use your own products that you already have, or you can order a kit from me. So I host these classes regularly. You bring your own booze, and we just have a good time together. All right. So, okay, thank you. All right. So in addition to that, what I also invite you to do is you can do a consultation, one-on-one consultation. If you don't like the group setting, you want to do just more one-on-one, I do offer one-on-one virtual facials where you can order your kit. I ship the kit to you, and then I will sit there and walk you through the process, give you tips, and kind of help you so that you know what products to use, when to use it, how to use it, all that. I got you covered. So virtual facial kits, I have them available on my website, luxurylotusspa.com. All right. In addition to that, what I do is, yeah, so you have the class, or you can do like a facial kit. If you do decide to go with the facial kit, I have pre-recorded trainings that go really in depth into everything that we're talking about here, and then some, that will guide you through. It's like 7 or 10 modules in the training, and it just guides you through the entire process. So that way you know what you need to do, when you need to do it, how you need to do it. And then I'm in there answering questions. I give you my personal number. I give you access to a private group that we have, where it's like you have people that will help hold you accountable, help you stay positive, and just kind of keep growing that way. Okay. Okay, thank you. So again, if you want to order that, you can visit theultimateselfcare.com or just visit luxurylotusspa.com. And if you have questions, DM me on Instagram at luxurylotusspa, and I would love to answer those for you. And I do have a guide that I'm including in this Sunday's email. So if you're signed up already for the Clear Skin Challenge or the guide, you will be receiving this one. It's just guide. It's just guide. Guide. It will guide you through step by step how to do a facial before a big event, and your weekly facial, just step by step for that. Okay. All right. So I had a few questions. Let me make sure that I did cover everything from the question. So, okay. So how do you get rid of acne without leaving scar? Well, for starter, you don't want to peek at them. You don't want to pick at them. You want to kind of, I am not a fan of like doing that, even when I cover my fingers, because I am prone to having acne scars. So I try not to do anything that will cause me to have more acne scars or anything of that nature. So what I do instead is I will get some ice. I don't have anything to show you, but I'll put the ice in a clean towel, and I would wrap it up, and then I would do a few seconds on, few seconds off, few seconds on, few seconds off, and that just kind of help calm down the redness a little bit. Then if, let's say, I notice it late in the evening, I would get a little bit of my enzyme mask. So I have a clay and enzyme mask that I love to pieces. So I'll put a little bit of that in there, and I'll leave it on for a while just to kind of help it to draw everything. And the other thing that I do to kind of help self-correct your regimen is, sometimes after you are trying everything, or you've tried a lot and then you're trying new things, sometimes the skin just like, hey, can you give me a break here? So in that case, I learned this from a dermatologist a very long time ago. He was saying that sometimes your skin just needs to restart. You just have to hit the restart button with your skin. And the way you do that is, instead of using a lot of product, you don't use any product, right? You still cleaning, but you're cleaning your skin using a clean towel, that's warm, right? You don't want it hot to where it burns your skin, but you want it warm to kind of help wipe everything away every day, twice a day. So he said do that for a few days. That usually will give your skin time to reset itself. Okay. Yes. I will get that to you in a little bit. All right. Thank you. All right. What is so one of my favorites, so this one says, what is the best treatment for acne scars? For me, is exfoliating weekly, incorporating an enzyme mask, and also a good retinol 1 to 3 times per week. That usually will help with skin cell turnover, so it helps the skin heal a little bit faster, and also it's really good to help you achieve your goals. But the main thing that you have to remember is consistency is key in that situation. So if you're not consistent, then you probably will not be able to get the result you want. Okay. Thank you. All right. So, all right. So what I'm asking right now, and you can post it in the comment section. Let me get that up right now. Is okay. Is what is a problem that you're having right now? What is it that you need to be more organized? You need to be more consistent? Like what's keeping you from getting to your goals, your skincare goals, right? So for me in the past was just that I was stressed out. So as I was trying to treat my acne, I was causing additional acne, and which caused great acne scars. So that wasn't fun. So what I had to learn to do is like start meditating more regularly and start doing different things just to kind of help me not stress out as much. I was telling one of my clients last week that when you're stressing, right? So you're stressing, the stress cause breakouts, and those stress breakouts, they are not fun to deal with, and they're just like, yeah, I'm good here. I'm not trying to leave anytime soon. So you have those there, it bothers you because it just ruined your entire vibe, right? But then because that's happening, you're stressing out in here. You end up causing yourself to have like just get additional stress breakouts because you're stressing over the stress breakouts, which cause extra stress, and then you just in this cycle, a never-ending cycle of acne, acne scar, acne, acne scar. I know you're trying to clear it. I know you're doing everything you can right now, but I am here to offer you additional help. Again, you can visit theultimateselfcare.com or luxurylotusspa.com and click the virtual facial button to schedule a one-on-one call with me or order a kit. And again, when you order the kit, I will walk you through. We'll schedule a one-on-one consultation, one-on-one appointment where I'll walk you through step by step how to use the products, when to use it, and all that information. Okay. All right. Thank you. You're so kind. Yes, I will see you in there, boo. To this. Okay. I talked about that. Okay, I'm just making sure I have answered all of your questions. And of course, if you have more, just post them down below and I will keep answering them. And my favorite treatment, oh, I have so many. I'm an esthetician. I love new treatment. So my favorite preferred treatment for acne scars, hands down, it's been like this since beauty school, is chemical peels and or microdermabrasion. Like near and dear to my heart. Fell in love with them in beauty school, and they've been a part of my life still to this day. Okay. Whew. All right. So let's see. I actually have a new machine. I can't wait to debut that to you very soon. I used it on myself last week. I believe that was last week. And oh my goodness, the power behind it was just perfection. All right, anywho, let me go ahead and hop off because I have to respond because I schedule everything. So this is my time to start responding back to clients' text and also different people who DM me. This is my time to respond back to everybody. And my sister's been working on some things with me, so I got to check up on those as well. I'm excited. I have so many great things coming out. Oh, don't forget to visit shop.luxurylotusspa.com /book to check out to learn what the book will be about. The book will be out the first Monday in October, which is October 5th, I believe. Yes, I'm excited. Heck yeah. You know how hard I work on that thing? Like I slaved over it. Like I really wanted it to be great and I didn't stop. Like so yes, I'm excited. Again, it's Luxury Lotus Spa. It's shop.luxurylotusspa.com, or if you visit the link below, luxurylotusspa.com, you can click in the menu, in the shop menu, you'll be able to go to the book page there as well, or the resource page, wherever. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in today to this mini training. I try to fit in as much as I could without overwhelming you too much. However, if you do need help, you need additional help, you need that support, reach out. I'm here for you. I got you. All right. Just reach out, DM me, text me, book your new client consultation or virtual if you're not ready to get back into the treatment room yet. I know COVID and everything. I got you. That's why I created the virtual facial. So I will see you very soon and I will have a new training for you. So this one I was testing out. So hopefully you learned at least one thing from it. If not, we're gonna have to work on that. All right. So I'll see you next time. Just post your questions because they give me ideas of what to create content around. All right. I'll see you soon. Mwah. Thank you. You're so nice. See, I'm telling you, I have like the best people in life ever. Yes. So this is what the kit will look like. Hopefully I'll show it to you real quick. All right. So if you do have questions, so post your questions and I'll be sure to answer them. Okay. I'm trying to make sure I answered everything. I think I did.